What radio? The music you want.
With your host, He's Dan.
It's official. I'm a fat loser.
RadioWhat.com.
What's up, party people? It's He's Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Welcome to my podcast, What Makes You Famous? Currently, it's Monday, February 25th, 2019. I'm recording this intro in my bedroom. So if it sounds a little bit different, it's because I'm not using the studio mics. This podcast, a couple of short ones, a couple of short little tiny interviews. I had a Saturday night off, which doesn't happen too often. Being in the DJ biz, I did have a pretty good weekend. Friday night had my regular show at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. That video dance party karaoke thing, that turned out pretty good, even though it rained quite a bit here in Conway, Arkansas on Friday night. But Saturday night, I had a night off. So I scurried out in the evening and found myself at the Black Earth Art Studio in Conway, Arkansas. Now, if you don't know about the Black Earth Art Studio, it may be too late. Turns out they're closing up pretty soon, and that's sad news. Randy Rollheiser is the proprietor there at the Black Earth Art Studio in Conway, Arkansas, right there on Front Street. And it turns out he's closing it down, at least for a little while. Hopefully he comes back real strong. It's a nice little place, good place to go see some nice art. And what he has done, or did do, is open it up to some local artists, musicians mostly, let them showcase their talents, get used to performing in front of audiences. And last Saturday night was no different. That was February 23rd, and I got to see a few bands perform, and then afterwards I chit-chatted a little bit with some of the performers. The first voice you're going to hear after mine, of course, is Ryan Hinman. Ryan Hinman, solo guitarist. He played some songs from the 90s mostly, and he was very good, very seasoned. He works over at Palmer Music, also located in Conway, Arkansas. So if you want to find him, you can go find him at Palmer Music. He also has an Instagram, Ryan Hinman, Hinman. So look that up. The voices after will be SiedSwipe. Now, that's a band, 4-piece band, some young guys, and they've been together for 4 years already. And I think if they're out of high school, they're barely out of high school. I think they're still in high school. But I got to chit-chat a little bit with them afterwards as well. So that's coming up. Thanks for tuning in to What Makes You Famous. Let's get to it. First up, Ryan Hinman.
What radio? The music you want.
With your host, He's Dan.
Oh, I'm a failure because I haven't got a brain.
RadioWhat.com.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
I'm actually recording. Where can people find you?
I work at Palmer Music Company, just down the road.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
That's what I thought. I've snuck in there a couple times. Your face looks familiar.
Yeah, I work in the back in the repair shop.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll come up front every now and then, but yeah, I manage the repair shop back there. It's really a great place. I enjoy working there. Great people. I get to meet a lot of people and do stuff like this. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I already found you on Instagram,
Cool,
yeah, and I've sent you a bunch of pictures.
Cool.
Feel free to. Okay, yes or no?
Oh, no, definitely. Yeah, I don't post a whole lot on social media at the moment, especially Facebook. But Instagram, I kind of need to get back on that. I usually just use that for guitars and music stuff pretty much. So yeah.
It seems like everybody's cutting down just to Instagram.
Yeah. Facebook is too much.
Yeah.
Twitter is like all politics.
Correct.
I'd just rather share pictures and stuff. So.
That is the best. Good job.
Yeah,
and I'll see you around town.
Yeah, are you a reporter or something?
RadioWhat.com.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, I do an online radio, and I also do a podcast, What Makes You Famous.
Okay.
So,
I think you come in there and get some equipment sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So yeah. So I look forward to maybe perhaps I could interview you. Do a podcast with you.
I love that.
At some point. Excellent, man. Well, I'll catch up with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much.
Oh, would you like to get my number or anything?
Yeah. In fact, wait. Go ahead. What was I saying?
Skies and Fire.
Skies and Fire.
Yeah, so we do, it's a very eclectic mix. We do some of that 90s stuff that I did. We do a few originals. Right now we're kind of looking at just branching out and doing, some of the general normal covers you're going to hear, but also some of the B-side stuff. I really like to hear somebody's second most popular song instead of the one that you hear all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like the people, you say, who's your favorite band?
Queen.
Queen?
Yeah.
They're Bohemian Rhapsody.
Sure.
Most popular song. But wouldn't it be refreshing if somebody played, I don't know, maybe not Bicycle, that was my second.
No, Lazing on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just it's not Bohemian Rhapsody.
Sure.
And Bohemian Rhapsody is great, but man, play something else, They have
That is
other good
correct.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I like to showcase those, the B-side.
Oh, yeah.
Song number 2. So, and those usually tend to be my favorite songs by artists. It's like their second most popular.
It's those little hidden gems.
Oh yeah, it is.
That you-
I've
yeah.
always found that the ones that are put on the radio they're not bad, but they're super poppy, very basic, and usually just very not as interesting to me. And not their best work, if I were to say musically, compositionally. Their best work is going to be sometimes the least popular songs. As
Sure.
far as like, oh man, that was really creative, but most people who are going to listen to that are not musicians. And so non-musicians like the more simple, basic music, like 4-chord structure, even 1 or 2 chords in a song, and just something that they can follow along with. And so I think it's important as musicians that we understand that we're catering to a vastly musically trained audience, and we have to cater to them a little bit, and not just to ourselves. We're not right. I had a guy tell me once upon a time, a long time ago.
Sure.
He said, "You can't write music for musicians." I said, "No, I don't. I write them for myself." He said, "You're a musician."
No, but you're writing a song that you want to hear.
Exactly.
That you want to hear on the radio, and hopefully somebody else is going to want to hear it too.
Right.
Whenever I play music on radiowhat.com, it's music that I want to hear.
Yeah.
And hopefully somebody else agrees.
Cool. Yeah, I like that.
And there's a lot of B-sides.
Yeah.
And a lot, thousands and thousands. So, and that playlist keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And hopefully I get some of your recordings and pop them on there. And every time I play it, it'll tweet you. So,
Cool.
Always promoting people. Say your name again?
Ryan Hinman.
Ryan Hinman.
Yes, sir.
Find you on the Instagram.
Yep. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm not on Twitter.
No.
Well, I made a Twitter account a long time ago. I never even touched it. So.
Well, that's just it. This is my radio station. Since it's online, it tweets.
Yeah.
As like new artists, it'll
yeah.
tweet the new artist.
Yeah. Very
Whenever
cool.
I play the
I'll
song.
have to get on there just so I can follow it.
That way they'll have something to retweet. I won't tweet Britney Spears because she's got plenty of followers.
Right.
But I'll treat Ryan Hinman because he needs a couple of followers.
Cool.
Show him some love.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of looking to. I've been playing music for a long time, but now I feel like I'm in a good place, geographically and just metaphorically in life in general, to kind of take it to the next level and start pushing to get out there. So I love my job, but I would love nothing more than to fill up a stadium.
Well, that's just it. It's people that work in music stores generally have a love for music. Or are musicians themselves.
Yeah, sir. If I got pulled away with my band to go tour across the country, I'd say hop on.
Well, you take a sabbatical.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't necessarily quit, but you take a sabbatical.
Right. And I'm pretty sure that I would have a job if I came back.
Yes.
So, because they're all musicians. They all understand.
Yes.
You got to do what you got to do. So. And most of those guys who I work for have toured with bigger bands like Preston. He was just telling me yesterday. I've worked with a guy for 4 years, and he told me yesterday. He's like, "Oh, y'all were talking about Crossfade." I was like, "Yeah, that's one of my biggest influences." He said, "Dude, my band toured with them. Like those guys are so cool." I was like, "What?" The other guy, Bear, he used to tour with Shinedown, Puddle of Mud, Anthrax, POD, big name stuff. I'm like, dude, I know all these guys.
Yeah.
And,
talking 90s, right?
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, Shinedown's like my best buds. Every time they come down to Little Rock, they go over to Bear's house to hang out. I'm like that's so cool.
That's cool in the gang, man.
Yeah, like I was a teenager listening to these bands, and the guys I work for now were hanging out with them. So it's just cool, like it makes the world feel a lot smaller, and it makes your big dreams seem a lot more achievable. Just to meet other people who have been there and done that and had those successes, and then come back down to a small town and say, this is where life is at. This is what I want to do. I want to settle down. I want to build a house. I want to have a wife and kids.
Right.
So, that's what they're doing. I'm not quite at that point yet, but, somewhere along the way that'll happen. But I've still got those big dreams, and being where I am now, they seem more achievable, more within my grasp than ever. And I always believed it, because if you don't believe you can make it to the top, you'll never make it halfway to the top. So, you just got to believe. I always heard this saying, shoot for the stars, and even if you miss, shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And so, just aim as high as you possibly can, and if you don't make it there, that's totally okay, because coming out of high school, I thought, I'll go to college, I'll get my music education degree, and I'll probably teach band or something for a little while, and whatever I want to do musically, that'll be okay, I'll have a music degree. No, that didn't work for me at all. I didn't have my true sight. But I continued going after music, like full force, and so I attempted college twice, dropped out twice, and now I have my dream job. And now I'm doing the stuff I love. I get to meet super cool people all the time. I manage, in my opinion, of course I'm biased, the best guitar repair shop in the state, if not further, and it's just endless opportunities, to just be a part of something bigger, to support local businesses, to support local music, and advance other people and myself. And that's another thing. I hate competition. That's why I'm not in sports. I'm not saying sports are evil, but I don't like competing against people. I don't like arguing. I don't like fighting. I don't like having to cut somebody down to build myself up. I don't believe in that. And that's one thing I think is beautiful about music, is that you don't have to compete with anybody else. I can play a show with these guys, and give them compliments and push them up and lift them up, and they can do the same for me. We're only helping each other. We're sharing our fan bases.
That is correct.
So it's all a team effort in music, and it's all about bringing people together, making the world a better place.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Beautiful voice.
Thank you so much. Just bringing a little bit of joy to someone's day.
I probably wouldn't have heard you sing if it wasn't for SiedSwipe. Because I'm here for them.
Oh man, they're great. They're super great. I saw them once. The first time I saw them was at King's, and honestly, I was like, oh man, it's a teen band. I wonder how this is going to be.
Sure.
And then they got up. I was like, man, these guys are killing it.
Well, they've been doing it for a little bit. This is the first time I get to see them live.
Really?
But I've known Miss Claudia, and I've known about them, and I knew that they were getting better and better and better.
That's my boy, the lead singer. He hadn't played in a year and a half. My son had to quit because he had to go back to college. But he's been teaching Taekwondo for about 3 years ago.
I just saw that on his Instagram. Taekwondo teacher.
That's very cool. Very cool.
He's working on his 4th degree black belt, and he's been training jiu-jitsu and got 3rd place. Not too shabby.
I've been a yellow belt in many martial arts. Many, including Taekwondo.
But you got
yellow.
No, wait, yellow. Let me. You got 12th degree black belt in DJing. You are one of the best DJs I've ever seen. Okay.
He's too hard on himself.
That's.
You are your own worst critic.
Well, the thing is, I've done all that in Miami. That was a whole other chapter of my life. I came here as well to slow down.
Yeah.
And
I came here from
take it easy and
this is
Texas.
Texas, big time.
Jeffrey's. This is the daddy. Joel's dad. That's my husband.
That's my bodyguard right there.
Yeah. I'm Daniel. Keys Dan. Yep.
He just sang Daddy, and I'll show you a little bit.
Right, good job.
You missed it.
I know. I have it on video.
I live around town, so I'm close.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
We'll have to catch him again.
Right.
Yeah.
Ryan Hinman, looks like SiedSwipe's about to start.
So enjoy the show.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to put this 10 minutes down, I think.
Cool.
That was Ryan Hinman. I hope to get to talk to him quite a bit more. Perhaps we'll do a more long-form podcast together. I'll find him over at Palmer Music and sit him down, pick his brain, find out what more he has to say about music and life in general. Like I said, the guy's got skills. Coming up next, SiedSwipe. That's SiedSwipe. SiedSwipe. Look him up in your Instagrams, Facebooks, all over your social media. Find SiedSwipe. These kids are good.
This is Adam. I'm from Conway, and you're listening to what?
RadioWhat.com.
Bam, recording. If I can use any of it, hey, I'll use it.
So this
Hanging
is
out
where-
here at the Black, what is it?
Black Earth Studio.
Black Earth Art Studio.
One of a kind place. What kind of background do you want? So podcast, Hunter. He can do podcasts for you. You guys need podcasts.
I'm doing a podcast right
We need to know
now.
about Hunter. We need to know about you. Yeah, do it now. Go.
Hi, I'm Hunter of SiedSwipe. I play guitar. How's it going, man?
Let me just do that.
Hello, how's it going? You'll just clip it on me?
No, you don't have to put it on you.
Okay. What's up, brother? Are we live?
Yeah,
All right, man.
we're on, man. If there's any of this I could use, I'll use it.
Okay.
But your SiedSwipe, I just saw you play.
Yes.
Tell me
We're
more.
SiedSwipe. We just played at Black Earth.
It was good.
Thank you.
It was
man.
4 years in the making.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Heck
known
yeah,
Claudia for a long time, and I've heard about your band for a long time.
I really
and this
like-
is the first Saturday night that the world's, the planets aligned?
Yes,
And,
yes.
I was able
It
to
wa-
come out.
It was a true euphoric moment, you know. I felt like it was a prophetic night, honestly. All the chakras were aligned. Yeah, I'm a total thesaurus, man. All our chakras were aligned and the energy was flowing. And it was like Joel just came in like some sort of saving grace. And
Well, he said the breath spray.
yes,
helped.
yes, we took the breath spray. I totally recommend it.
Yeah, I was nearly chugging it at the end. I should have.
Oh yeah, you gotta numb your throat.
I saw. But what I was telling Claudia earlier was it seems like there's 4 different personalities.
Yes.
And they all come together.
It's like a bunch of, we're like a Greek,
Metallica meets Beach Boys meets, I don't know.
we're like Valhalla, you know, we got a Zeus, we got a Hades, we got a, Mars. This is a bunch of large, it's like a super unit, you know. All the things we do, there's no one else that in this band that would want to do that. It's like we all put everything into it, you know.
On the SiedSwipe Facebook page, there's influences, and each one of you has your own separate influences.
Yes, I definitely see that. I feel like we're like a generational crossover, you know.
Well, you
It's like-
feel it
I
in
feel
your
the
music.
70s, 80s, they all flow. Like with some 70s bass, there could be 90s guitar and some 60s drums and, 80s vocals. It really,
And somehow it comes together.
yes,
Somehow
it's like
the blend
it's a complete
works.
union, yeah.
As young as you are, it seems like you've been playing forever, and that's the consensus. I walk through this place and I'm hearing the same thing. How long they've been playing together? Wow, they seem much older.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
We're blessed to jam with each other, and like Hunter was saying earlier, that we all came together and just have a good sound together.
We could play like an acoustic set live for you on a podcast sometime if you'd like. We could plan
That'd be
it.
fan bloody tastic.
We could
certain.
set one up. Just let me know.
He just took over, man. He just took over.
Yeah.
No, but we'll do something formal. I mean, whatever I've got here, I'll put it up.
Yeah, tell them when your next gig is.
March
Let 'em know.
16th at the Rail Yard.
Rail Yard.
It's going to be at the Food Truck Festival.
Wonderful. At 4:30? Excellent.
Can we get some
We'll
hot
be there.
dogs and tacos?
Yes.
And listen to some
Come
jam.
down and
Some
hey,
saucy
come
street
check out the
tacos.
snacks.
Best corn
And then
dogs
you get some
ever.
Yeah. It's going to be a euphoric experience.
Without her, you would not have your own schedule memorized.
Oh, no. We just fall into
Thank
it.
you, Claudia. Thank you, Mom.
She's the manager. Yes,
MOM, moms of musicians. All the parents know each other very well, and again, it's great to be back to the band and support them. Make sure that they're fed and watered.
Well, I'm sure you're tired. You've done a good job.
Everyone,
And
thank
here at the
you.
Black Earth Art Studio, sad to see it go.
I know,
Seems like this is the last show. You were the last band playing the last gig at the Black Earth
That's-
Art Studio
yeah.
in Conway, Arkansas.
Historic.
It's an honor.
event.
It's definitely an honor. So.
Yeah.
I hardly know it, and I'm here. I'm already starting to tear up.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
seeing tears.
I know.
I'm seeing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's one of the kindest artists that I've ever met in my life. Very giving, and it shows or reflects on his art. So it's very passionate.
Well, I'll post this. What makes you famous? And then I'll tag it at the top and the bottom.
What makes you famous?
What
I'll
makes
make
you famous?
Claudia will make you famous. I'm kidding.
Now, I may have mentioned earlier that SiedSwipe is a 4-piece band, but they may be just a 3-piece band, and they invited Joel Fontaine to take over the lead. SiedSwipe's usual lineup is Hunter Stagel on lead guitar and also vocals, Logan Wiley on bass and backing vocals, and Grant Leslie on drums and also the singer. But this time, they added Joel Fontaine as their lead vocals. It was a good show. They're a cover band. They rock. They were playing songs from way before they were born. So that shows they have a good musical education. Well, that's it for this installment of What Makes You Famous. I've been Keys Dan from RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. For all your DJ needs, give me a call, 501-470-6386. And if you'd like to be interviewed on What Makes You Famous, give me a call. Once again, 501-470-6386. What makes you famous? Keys Dan. I'm out of here.
Call Keys Dan at 501-470-6386 or visit us on the web
at keysdan.com
or RadioWhat.com.
.com.
Let Keys Dan make your next thing a big one.